Yo, people, and welcome to Through a Different Lens podcast. I'm your co-host, Joe.
I'm Deji.
I'm Jacob.
What you say, guys? This is our first live stream. You know how we do. Sometimes, like we told you a couple weeks ago, we have to keep you on your toes. Get me? So we said, let's do something different. Let's do something different. I don't even need to ask how you guys are because we're just going straight to the reactions from the men's 200-meter final and then the women's 400-meter hurdle finals. Let's go.
Yes. We might also just have a guest flying or no flying, but someone you get what
Trust
I mean.
Me, man. Speaking from first-hand experience as well.
Aye, such is life. Reactions. Obviously, first was the men's 200-meter final, and there was an upset.
Massive upset,
man. I think it all started with the walkouts.
I agree.
We thought, what's going on here? This is a bit too energetic.
I mean, he was like that. He was like that in the 100-meter final.
Yes, but you need more energy for a race. Maybe you just need to relax a little bit. But because it's in his character, we want to think nothing of it, isn't it?
That's true.
I mean, I guess. Well. By the way, we're talking about Noah Lyles, people. Just in case you haven't noticed. And it was reported straight after the race that he has COVID. So what are you guys' thoughts on that? Obviously, first of all, actually, big up Tebogo winning gold in a fantastic time. I believe that might be the sixth fastest time all time. And he looked like he could have gone to 19.3 towards the end. So
yeah, he did a little Bolt impersonation, tapped his chest as he was going across the line. So
Yep.
He was confident, and going into the race, I feel like from yesterday, well, not yesterday, Tuesday semi-finals, he kind of stamped his authority in the semi-final. I feel like Tebogo, he was up against Lyles. Lyles felt like he was fighting for the line in the semi-finals, and Tebogo was running it comfortably. And again today, we saw the semi-finals. The semi-final performance, like different to Oblique Seville in 100 meters. Tebogo's come out and proven it again, and he's run the 200 and he's run it strong, and he's won the gold medal for the first in Botswana's history. So big up them as well.
Yeah,
definitely.
But yeah, man, it was a sensational race from Tebogo. The Noah Lyles COVID talks. Okay, cool. He has COVID, but I'm not using that I'm not giving that like as an excuse at all, because it can't be, because all three of the people that medaled all ran every race that Noah Lyles ran in the 100 meters and every race that Noah Lyles ran in the 200 meters. So in this situation, I can't be saying, So yeah, at the end of the day, Noah Lyles, he didn't run his best race, and I think that's because he's been training to win the 100 meters, and you can see in his stride pattern and stuff like that. And I felt like the 200 meters would be easy for him to win. You get what I mean? It was just going to be
because he's been so dominant in it before. He thought it would be so easy, but these other guys, they don't play around with Olympic year.
Not at all.
They came to show him that listen, if you don't have your A game, that's it.
Quick one. Am I frozen on your screen, guys? Because I'm frozen on mine.
Oh, yeah.
You lot continue talking. I'm gonna refresh and then hopefully come back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, but what's funny is me and you are watching it together.
Yeah.
So we had this conversation earlier.
As soon as you done that walkout, I was like, what's going on here? But definitely. You called it. You said Tebogo straight away.
No. Do you know why? It's just because of that. Yes, the 200-meter semis, I felt something, and I was like, he looks ready, and he's been racing at this level for a while. Do you get what I mean? And he just hasn't gotten over the edge. And then after the race, we found out he was racing for his mum who passed away. So there's that added motivation for him.
He didn't even smile when he won.
That's the thing. It was just like business. So
it's like you knew he was going to win.
Yeah, but did you remember we were saying before the race, he didn't smile before the race. He carried himself business-like. It's just like, this is business. You know how Tyson Gay used to carry himself?
Yeah.
No messing about, just straight to the point and straight to the business. So yeah, that's what I felt like he did in that race. But what do you feel? What do you feel about Noah Lyles' overall performance? Do you think he'll run the relay?
I mean, he has a way out if he doesn't want to run it. But I believe I think he should run it anyway. But because he has COVID, he could just say he don't run it. I can imagine him saying he doesn't want to run it.
Yeah,
because he left that stadium in a wheelchair.
I shouldn't laugh, but he did.
So if he runs, it's like, okay, so you're healed now. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. That's
and if
he's
not 100% fit, then maybe he shouldn't run it as well. Though, I know, like with the American squad, yeah, they've got capable runners anyway, and they could win a goal because Jamaica ain't been performing well anyway.
That's the thing.
It's not like they're going to take it from GB. GB's not going to win the goal.
No, unless something drastic happens and US drop the baton, it's theirs to lose right now.
Yeah, and they can drop the baton, all right.
They've done it many a time before. It's in their history. It's very much in their history to drop the baton. So but it is what it is when it comes to that sort of situation.
What did you think of Benarek though?
Oh, do you know what? Yeah, I've been confident in Kung Fu Kenny's ability this season. I've liked everything he's been doing. I felt like he was more. He was my dark horse going into it. I felt like he was my man to win the race. And obviously he came in second place. But you could see his build-up.
I said Kenny, I think. I just thought he'll take it, but Tebogo, man. But go on, Jacob. Sorry.
No, you can see his build up through like the 100 meters. You know how he's like the 100 meters, like he's now running 100. He's running 9/8 and 100. So that translates well to the 200 meters.
Yes.
And he's got the back end speed. He obviously started as a 400-meter runner, and you got the strength to run 200, the 100. And you can see he's confident. And he was happy running the 200. It's his race. Do you get what I mean? It's his preferred race. Kenny, I loved it. I loved his race. Obviously, Tebogo just ran a better one.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tebogo, he started a 400 as well, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of them so young as well.
21.
Bro, 21.
Yeah, like a lot of these are
track. Oh, go on, Jacob. Sorry.
No, go Drew.
I was gonna say, track itself, especially the sprints, it's in a very good place right now in terms of being competitive.
Definitely.
Because fair enough, we don't have anyone that's gonna run a 9.6 yet, or 19.3, 19.2 yet. But
I mean,
all the top athletes, it's possible. But until we see it, we haven't seen it.
Yeah, true.
And they're all running around the same pace as well, which makes it more entertaining.
That's true. That is true. It's always a race. It's not like when Bolt was running, when there's one person steaming away, and it's everyone's in contention.
And another aspect that makes this so good, another aspect that makes this so good is that they're all so inexperienced, they're all racing each other rather than running their own race.
That's the thing. That is the thing.
It's like when they get on that start line, their tactic of how they're going to run the race goes out the window, and they're just racing each other.
It's just like
makes it more entertaining as well.
It's just like sports day, innit? It's just like, okay, it's a final, and we're just going the sprint, because you can see like no American wants to lose to another American. They got races within the race. Do you get what I mean? Like even if they're not gonna medal, they just don't want to lose to their fellow countrymen.
At all.
So it's true.
Which makes it more fun.
I was saying after the 100, when we done that episode earlier in the week, that literally it's just like the 100 itself, that was one of the best races for me in it. Because like you said, it's not that they're the quickest, but that everyone's closer together. So literally anyone can nick it. It has to be not even your day, your moment, because your day doesn't matter in 100. You saw it with Oblique Seville. His 100 was super clean. So everyone thought he was going to medal, and then come final, it didn't happen, innit? So.
And you know another reason that Lyles didn't win this race as well because of the manner that he won the 100 meters in. Yeah, coming back from behind, having that top end speed and the least amount of deceleration. He thought he could probably do that for the 200 meters as well.
I thought he had a very good start though for the 200.
Yeah, but usually he can power to the line, like he could finish strong. But he just faded away, and Tebogo, he didn't give anyone no room to do anything. Like that little piece of inspiration that you might have got because you just have to do a little bit more. He shut all of that down.
Yeah. I think in terms of the COVID part, I think that is true because there was after the semis, they said Lyles went straight to the medical, and that was a rumor. So that one was actually true. Then the rumor part throughout yesterday was like he was in the medical center throughout the day. But COVID or not, he was not beating Tebogo the way Tebogo raced that race. Like that race was executed perfectly from start to finish by Tebogo.
He's just so smooth, man.
Noah Lyles felt like you could see he was fighting for the line to just come. The line was coming sooner than it was.
Yeah.
Whereas Tebogo could have been running all day. And that you see like how comfortable he was in his running flow. It's just everything was just smooth and just clean.
With Lyles, it was
like
the
he's
opposite.
Not even trying.
Yes.
With Lyles, it was the opposite. His start was very good, and his speed endurance let him down. Whereas usually it's the other way around.
It's the other way around.
I would say that's because of the 100 meters, how he's been training for the 100. He's been training for the start. He's been shortening his strides. He's been chopping everything down just because he wants to be quicker over a shorter distance. So when it came to the 200, you could see the 100 meters training in the 200, but his back end, that he's usually his best part of the race, wasn't there today. And the Olympics, you can't mess around. You get what I mean? You can't not be there on the day.
Once every 4 years. So it's Pete. And when I was restarting, I heard you lot talking about Kung Fu Kenny Bednarik, but he ran a very, very good race as well. Like he looked pretty relaxed.
He was solid throughout.
Yeah, very solid race. By the way, this USA-Serbia game, USA are 4 points down with 5 minutes left. So if I'm turning my head, you know why.
That game was always going to be tight as well, though.
Yeah,
you got
basketball, by the way, guys. That's what we're talking about.
We're always going to
listen. If USA don't win this match here, Embiid needs to switch allegiances back to France.
No, he deserves what he deserves what he gets.
Forget that. The whole of Team USA might not be let back in the country at this rate if they don't win.
The way they've been self-guaranteeing it for them, just been guaranteeing it for themselves. Listen, they have to do something, man.
I mean, the whole world's been self-guaranteeing, but
do you hear what Devin Booker said?
What did he say?
He said winning the NBA champs is harder than what Lyles done in the Olympics, winning the 100-meter gold.
Yeah, I see that still.
Yeah, but you know them man are beefing him. The whole NBA is beefing Noah Lyles.
Bro, I told you, I've still not seen
a bit of spice on it.
I've still not seen no congratulations from any NBA player on these 100 meters.
Nope.
You know what? Because he came third, I wonder what they're going to say now.
In USA, sorry.
They're not going to say anything now because he's a 100-meter champ. You get what I mean? That 200 meters is his race.
That's really the pinnacle still.
Yeah,
no, but like I said, LeBron's been shouting out people during the Olympics that were winning gold and stuff, innit? And when Lyles was bringing it back for America. America hadn't won Olympic gold in 100 meters for time, innit?
Yeah.
So I'm trying. Who won before Jacobs actually? The 2016. Marcel Jacobs. Who won the men's 2016 Olympic gold?
Oh, Bob.
Was Bob still running then?
Was that in Rio?
Yeah, that was his last one.
Yeah, it was Usain Bolt.
Bro, it just feels like Bolt was breaking records for time. Jeez, tied game. Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, Bolt. Nah, man.
Fair. See? So that's what I'm saying. Going back to that, US men's, there was no gold medal for time. Because Marcel Jacobs last Olympics, then Bolt, was it 3 Olympics in a row or whatever?
Yeah. And then before that would have been what? Justin Gatlin might have been the last one then.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Justin Gatlin would have been the last one before, I think, before Bolt. That was the US anyway.
Jeez. See.
Could have done.
Do you know? I was looking at when they showed Tebogo's times. One Twitter account like tweeted like the top, I think 10 times or whatever, and I was just thinking like, yo, and Blake here, obviously second. He hasn't got enough credit in his career because he aligned with Bolt, bruv. Like Blake ran stupid times in 200 and 100, second in both, second quickest in both, isn't it?
Yeah,
Both 100 and 200,
Yeah.
and it just.
it's always the case, though, isn't it? It's always the case when you're in an era with the greatest, even because you were the second best, you're forgotten as if you didn't want the second fastest ever in history.
Yeah.
Prime Blake
Time and time again, he wasn't putting down them times.
Yeah, and it's like if you compare it to basketball, how we like to do comparisons. In the Michael Jordan era, there were some sensational players, Charles Barkley, all these men. They never won a championship because of someone, and these people never won because of Usain Bolt. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, and you're right about the 100 meters winners as well, because it was Gatlin Athens 2004,
and then Bolt won 2008, 2012, 2016.
Yeah.
Blake fortunately got a world champ mixing that when Bolt started. Yeah,
listen.
What's that?
That was brought back to.
That was in Daegu, wasn't it? 2010, 2009. You're right. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was a year after the Olympics.
Yeah, because he broke
2009.
Was it that year or 2013? I remember
he world record. Yeah.
Nah, it was the world champs was the world record year, the 958. That was the year after the Olympics, wasn't it? Or is that
Yeah, after the Olympics, yeah.
So I thought it was Daegu when he just got it when he fouled out when he full started.
Yeah, that was the world champs.
Yeah, no, Daegu 2011. Yeah, Jacob, you're right. That's when Blake won.
Yeah, because I remember Blake. That was Blake's coming out party just because. But you know what? Blake was running well that year. You know.
Yeah,
that's when Blake was
at 19. What did he run? 19, like 2:19.3.
Yeah. He was strong.
Beast, man.
The end of this game is tight.
What are you saying?
They're down 2, and Beach should have got that rebound. Okay, they're down 2 with 2 minutes 30 seconds.
What's the score? What's the score?
86-84.
Oh, your TV's behind. Your TV's behind.
Ah, shit. Yeah, don't tell me. Let's carry on. I want to live in the moment.
Your TV's behind.
I was on the phone to your brother when the men's 200 meter final, and he was slightly behind me in it. So he was like, "Oh, be quiet." I was like, "I cool, say that." So I know how it feels. But yeah, sorry, go ahead, Jacob.
No. I was gonna say I'm going to are we gonna move on to the queen of the track?
Yes, of course, the most dominant athlete in the world again.
And for the queen of the track, I'm going to invite my sister to the show. I'm going to take a break, and she's going to come and talk about the queen of the track. You know, she loves track and field. So, Gabriella,
yes, bring her.
Gabriella, come join us. Come on.
Oh, okay. Hi guys.
Come on, our track
Hello.
sensation. Yo, people, welcome, and please welcome our sister Gabriella to the pod. Gabby, this is a very special moment because 1, this is our first live stream, and 2, you're the first guest to join on a live stream as well.
It's crazy.
So,
making history right now.
Continue breaking records, man.
But yeah, go on, you go. We're talking about the
floor is yours.
A couple of weeks ago, Sydney's the most dominant athlete in the world and across all sports. So, take the floor.
I think I'd probably agree with you. Like, she always shows up. I think one of the things that we've seen, or the problems we've seen in like the recent era after like Usain Bolt, is that no one else, like people aren't consistent. They're not consistently showing up at champs. And she is that athlete that like anytime she races, you're like 90, 95. I'm probably even going to go 99% sure that she's going to win. And I think running a world record backs it up. Like I genuinely feel like every single race she could run a world record if she tried. but it's all kind of, it's not premeditated, but it's all about like when you break the world record. She breaks it at attempts, she breaks it here today. It's about the big stages. It's a bit like Duplantis with, him breaking the world record.
You took the words out of my mouth.
On those big stages. So yeah, it's good to see. Obviously, Femke Bol, we can't like, amazing athlete, but maybe it wasn't the matchup that it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I think
You
from
feel
the
like she
beginning,
didn't run her own race.
yeah, that's the thing. I was like, from the beginning, she is to me, I was always like, she is the dominant athlete. It's going to take Femke Bol running something crazy to beat her. And well,
I feel like Femke Bol was trying to keep up with Sydney too much early in the race, and effectively, like Deji said, didn't run her own race. And by the way, shout out Cockle as well, because she ran a PB. And I always say, for you to run a PB in the Olympics, that's a special thing. But for you to medal at the same time, boy, all your hard work has paid off. So yeah, but Sydney, incredible. Like, someone said on Twitter, she's like the LeBron James of track, from coming in at 16 with all the expectations, being world class from that early, and consistently, like you said, world record every few moments or years. Like, you just know, all right, cool. Now we're just waiting for her to break 50 seconds. in that event.
It's about like, she lives up to the hype, and I feel like that's like, as fans, that's what we want to see. We want to see an athlete like, when they run, you get excited. There's a lot of the races you watch, you see them run, and you're like, oh, okay. Like, I don't want to say any races that were like not disappointing, but weren't as hyped, because there wasn't much like competition or buzz around them. But there are some races that are more competitive than others. There are some races where you're like, there's a standout person, and I think it's nice to see like that standout person then deliver on the hype that has been placed on them. Yeah.
Do you think, or both of you, do you think she could run the 400?
100%.
You know what? That was going to be my question, but yeah, she could.
And
100%.
be gold in that, world record holder in that.
I think what's interesting is last year she was moving. The plan was to run the 400 at the World Champs, but because of injury, she didn't actually end up running anything. So I think it's interesting that you have that. Like, she had that intention. This year she ran something really, really close to the American record as well. Yeah. She's ran 48.74. Like, if she was in the final, she'd be in a medal mix. I think it's about, if she dedicates herself to that one event, she is unstoppable. She is she is just one of the most formidable track athletes that we've seen in ever.
Her time today would beat most women in 400. Or like maybe not medal.
The problem
without
is
hurdles.
that
So it's
the thing is, with 400, you can only pick one. Like, she can break history by trying to do both, but that's going to be so difficult, because that's such a task-heavy race to even do in the first place. Let alone do all the rounds of four hurdles. It'll be too much.
Do you think the 4x4 took out of Femke Bol? Because her comeback in the 4x4 was insane.
I think she had time to recover though, and I'm like, surely she's run something that's that kind of intense. She's done some training that would have been like that intense, and she would have gone into it with a plan of being like, I can run this off the back of that. Like, I think it probably did take something out of her legs, but it's also like, you put yourself in that position. When Sydney came in here, she said, I'm coming for this gold. I'm taking you seriously as a competitor. I'm coming for this gold. And I think what Femke Bol probably didn't do was take Sydney McLaughlin as a competitor seriously enough. You don't my thing is, you don't run against the girl. You don't Sydney McLaughlin doesn't race as much as most athletes, which means that she doesn't run against her as often. Femke Bol's running well. She's running like close, like top 5 times than ever seen. As a caveat to that, she was running at altitude where you see faster times, but I'm gonna give her flowers anyway. But like, you see, you've got all of those factors. So she's coming into it. I think she was coming into it on a high of being like, I think I've got this. But I don't think she considered the fact that Sydney McLaughlin is coming in, broken the world record. And I think by running that relay, as much as she wants to like make amends for her fall maybe last year, I do think it's a bit like, you're not. This is a serious competitor. This is the world record holder. This is a woman who broke the world record 2 months ago. You need to, when you come into this race, you have to be ready. And you can kind of see that disbelief from her when she crossed the line. I don't think she had. I think the race plan was like get out, and Sydney McLaughlin was up on her in the first 1-2 hurdles, and I think that made her panic and her to go harder. And again, as you said, Dej, like not run her own race, and that's the. I think that's.
But at the same time, the flip side for Femke Bol is probably, like you said, one, making up for last year, the fall in the world champs, and then two, she might have thought that relay was her best opportunity at getting a gold, because she might have been realistic with herself, saying, "I'm not beating this woman.
I'm not gonna win."
Yeah.
And if you're going back wearing the gold medal, then where no one can still speak to you. Obviously, like you want to do it in your premier event, but still win it.
I think the thing is though, like I would think that, but it's the way she walked across the line. It was like she was like everything was so unexpected. It was like she literally looked like inconsolable. She walked across the line just shaking her head. She was doing her lap of honor, and she was just like this, like she couldn't believe it. And that makes me think she had like a thought to herself that she like. Obviously, you run a race. If you're going to run, you're going to run to win. You're coming to win. But it looked like she looked very, very disappointed in herself and in her performance, which makes me think she thought she had that extra. She thought she could stay with her. But I think that's why this matchup is so good, because it's like the hype around it was just amazing, because you don't see them race that much, and I think that's what made it enjoyable racing.
No, that is a very, very fair and valid point, because you did see like the disappointment on her face. I just thought more so because she probably weren't as close as she thought she'd be. But again, like I think the Olympics itself just either not make or break you, but you either rise or the ultimate pressure gets to you. And you saw that with like Kashane Thompson in the 100 meters.
Yeah.
I was stating earlier.
He was not running his own race.
Last year, I didn't really know him.
He was racing Fred.
Like he said, he hasn't really run a lot. Well, I think Deji said it the other day. He doesn't really run a lot of meets, but he's breaking world records in Jamaica, blah, blah, blah. Then when the finals come, it's the only time he's tensed up. And the Olympics.
It's like the one time you don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
I think, like, it's a weird thing, because like running itself, there is a benefit to running your own race, but there's also a benefit to competing. I think what we've seen in this Olympics is both of those sides of the coin, because if you're coming from behind, you're competing. You are in itself. You're like, I need to get to those competitors and come back. If you're running at the front, you're also doing the same thing. You're competing, but the people at the back are also in a way running their own race, because they're like, then they're not with anyone else. They're not side by side with the person who is the person like coming back at them. So I think it's an interesting thing. We've seen it with the 400 meters, the men's 400 meters. It was like Matt Hudson-Smith was competing, and obviously he got an amazing time. But I think what Quincy Hall was doing was also he's also competing, but he's also trusting himself and trusting his race. And I think it's not about. It's with a lot of the longer races as well. It's about you have to have a race plan when you're doing 100 meters. It's kind of like you just have to run, and whatever happens.
Before everyone else.
But with the 200, the 400, anything that's longer than that, you have to have, at first and foremost, you have to have that race plan. But you also then have to go out and be able to compete and to be able to fight with your competitor, because that's the only way you're going to get better and push each other over the line. So it's interesting, like that kind of idea of like competing, but then also the idea of like running your own race, because that, in a way, at the Olympics, especially on the biggest stage, it's about who is the best competitor on the day. It's about the person who runs the best race. So I don't know, it's a confusing one, but it's both. It's both, yeah.
On a more personal level for you, what track event do you specialize in? So like our followers will know. Then I'm gonna do a follow-up question with that one.
So I do 100 and 200, but I don't want to make like excuses. I came into it like started again this year after not running since for like 3 years or so.
Oh wow, fair play. And then actually, before I do the real follow-up, have you done like 400 before? Because I know I feel like 400 is probably the hardest track event. I might be wrong.
When I was like 14, I'd run like 300s, because you're not allowed to run 400s. But like now, because you know when you come back to it late and you're running just the warm up lap and you're like, this is killing me. I was like, I can't fathom training for a 400 yet. But you know what? Like it seems like it would be interesting because it is like you just have to like, well, you have a race plan, but you also are you can't sprint a 400 meters. So I think it would be an interesting one to try at some point.
Fair, because obviously, like I used to go when Deji used to do athletics. I used to go watch him train. He done 200, 100. Deji, your specialist was 200, right? Or the one you preferred anyway.
Yeah. Used to prefer 200.
Did you do 400 training? I don't think I ever really saw 400.
Nah, I used to run 400s in training, but it was like it was rare. I hated it. But because I wanted to do twos, there was like you just got to do fours to get stronger. So I was just like, all right, fine. But cool. I only done a 200. No, I only done 400 once, like competitively, and that was awful.
Yeah, okay. The reason why I mentioned that is because I think I saw a quote from, I don't think it was yesterday, probably beforehand, from Hudson Smith saying he actually hates 400, but it's because he's good at it, and like I think he gets pushed in that direction. But so yeah, that's why I was just asking with the 400. Gabrielle, what track event has been your favorite then, like, or race out of men's and women's?
That's a hard question. I feel like recency bias, but the men's 200 meters, I think just because Tebogo won, like I think it's been the races, it's been like the women's 100, it's been this where you're seeing these athletes who aren't from like the USA and Jamaica who are coming through and winning. I think that's what's been really, really rewarding and seeing like those stories and those narratives be able to play out. I think also the field events themselves, I think we got to give just like shout out to the field events because they have been incredible. Like all the throws, especially, like I think we've seen an Olympic record just now. Everything. Yeah, the javelin competition was amazing.
Yeah, that was insane. The men's javelin that finished not too long ago. Yeah.
And seeing that podium of like Pakistan, India, Grenada, like
big ups.
Yeah.
It's true. What did your brother shout in the background?
He said big up.
Oh yeah, they're big ups.
Yeah, no, I saw it earlier. Like I think in the earlier rounds when the Grenadian throw, I was like, all right, he better keep his podium position because I know Jacob will do 1-2 noises if he doesn't, which he's lived up to it. So yeah, no, like you said, it has felt rewarding and nice to see the smaller or lesser nations actually like win medals. Like we stated earlier in the week, Julian Alfred winning St. Lucia's. I thought it was their first gold medal, but I believe it's actually their first Olympic medal overall, and then backing it up with silver. And then Tebogo, I'm not sure if that's Botswana's first gold, but
is it their first gold?
Botswana's first gold.
So, boy, there you go. In 2 apex events in track. And then, like you said, in the field events, it's getting followed up. Like the Jamaican that won.
Yeah.
Jamaican
Stoner.
man that. What did he win again?
Discus.
Discus. Yes.
Stoner instead of
discus, and apparently he's an NFL prospect as well, or he's on their radar. So, I mean, if you're gonna go from the winning Olympic gold to the NFL, why? Super athlete, and he's a monster as well. So yeah, no, it's been great to see. Great to see these nations, and hopefully in the next competitions to come, world champs and Olympics, you start to see the smaller nations or the ones with potentials even make more of a name. Get me? Deji, I have to point out that Nigeria have disappointed me this Olympics with their preparation for their athletes. So
listen, you said it disappointed you. How do you think I feel? It disappointed me.
You need to speak to your people, bruv.
I just doing simple administrative errors.
Yeah.
And it's your job not to do that. So that means you deserve to get sacked.
No cat. But yeah, sorry, Gabriel.
If you can't enter a name, just give the job to someone else that can enter names.
Yep, I agree. No, it's been nice, like Zimbabwe having 2 representatives in the 200-meter finals as well.
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
good.
me and Jake
Was a good
shots.
moment. Yeah. It's like those kind of things. I think that's what's made this Olympic Games so special, alongside like just a good athletics program and people being competitive. But like when you add all those like elements together, it's just been like an amazing game. So yeah.
Yeah, from an athlete's perspective, yes. I think from an organizational standpoint,
Yeah, it's not
apparently
being.
it's been shocking. So
Yeah,
yeah,
because even though those errors have happened, it hasn't overshadowed the fact that these races have been good.
yeah,
Because we forget that Shelly and Sharika, they wasn't even in the 200s or
Mm.
100.
yeah.
But it was just such a good race that we don't really not too bothered.
I think in terms of Shelly Ann, probably once the Olympics is over, everyone will reflect how disappointing it was that she wasn't able to compete in both. Obviously, with it being her last Olympics, she's the absolute. She's my go anyway. Absolute legend. Like I stated before, I called my car Shelly after her, so it shows how much I hold her in high regards. But yeah, like I said, I think that's the only part that's a massive shame in that aspect.
I would say.
Wait, Gabriella, before you go, yeah, I have a question for you.
Yes.
You ever thought about jumping? Long jump or triple jump?
This is the discussion that's been ongoing. So I think a lot, and like I'm not saying jumpers don't think because it's a technical event, but like if you say like when I
Choose
like
your words
in training,
wisely.
like I go to train, but yeah, like I'll go to compete and I'll be like just not. My brain won't be like I'll be like I can't fix this and I don't know why. And then you like the more you try, the worse the jump is. Like the more you're like, I'm gonna really train for this. So I think I need to go back. I think it would be fun if I could jump. If I could jump. But no, maybe over the next year. I'm still young, kind of. So
Which one would you choose?
I like my knees. So maybe long jump.
So just long jump.
Yeah, I think triple could be fun to like learn because it's such a like a technical. Like I like the kind of bit that's technical and you've got the kind of run like the pattern of it and the rhythm of it would be cool to learn. But I think like if they get some knee technology that protects your knees in triple jump, then I'll be there. But if not, then I think I might have to give it a miss.
What you don't want to ask your old man on the techniques?
So that man's the mash.
Stay away from the terracing, man.
Honestly, you think you're fine, and then it catches up to you when you turn 58. So beware long and triple jumpers. But it's coming. We're going. But yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. I'll hand back over to.
We've enjoyed having you on. You've been absolutely fantastic.
Thank you, guys. I've had a lovely time. It's been great.
Hey,
listen, whenever you want to come back, just come back.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you, guys. And anytime we're speaking about athletics, just give me a call.
Yes, 100%.
Will do.
Oh, yes, fellas, I'm back.
Yeah, well, I mean, you weren't ever gone with the way you were shouting for Grenada's medal earlier. I hear it still. Big up Grenada, man. Come on. We love to see it.
Man.
We love to see it.
Nah, man. Grenada did their thing, though. Anderson, after being did you hear about what actually happened to him? He got beaten up on a boat or something like that.
Huh?
Yeah, he got beaten up on a boat in Grenada. Yeah, and got thrown.
When like this year or?
Not this
last year.
Last year, but he hasn't competed really.
After the world champs, after a championship anyway.
Yeah.
Hold on. Are you talking about the one that medaled in the?
Yeah.
He got beaten up on.
He got beaten up on a boat in Grenada.
Got into a fight, man.
Overboard.
Wow.
Got into a ruckus.
Yeah, and it was a crew members that beat him up.
Oh yeah, they must have had one scuffle or something.
Yeah, so he's really come back from adversity. So that's why I'm celebrating for him, man. And as Gabriel said, what a javelin competition!
Right, mate.
A javelin.
The Pakistani athletes throw was
crazy.
The standard once he threw, even just before his throw, there was a couple good throws. Then when he
German.
when he went with that Olympic record, guys after that, literally, they were not close, but they were all throwing very good throws as well. And I was like, yeah, the competition's awake now. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, because the gap between second and third was 1.5 meters.
jeez.
Jesus. Was the Indian guy through second? He was the Olympic champion before, isn't he?
Yeah.
Chopra, I think.
Yeah.
Do you know what? You got to big that up, because you don't see India really anywhere else in the Olympics if you think about it.
I think hockey, they're good.
Oh, okay. Oh no, in fact they would be. They
Yeah.
would be. Yeah.
Because I remember, I think I was a couple of days ago, they were playing England. They beat England in the quarterfinal, but I didn't follow up in terms of where they got further.
Was that men's or women's?
Now I can't remember. It might have been men's. I might be wrong.
Okay.
I feel like it was England that they beat anyway. But yeah, I was like, all right, they might medal. So yeah, like your sister said, it's been nice to see like the nations that don't get that much publicity like do their thing, not only on the world stage, but the biggest stage in track and field in all sports across like Olympics in general. So
yeah. Are we going to have an honest conversation about how bad Jamaica's Olympics has been?
Listen, I don't mind, man.
From a film perspective, it's been very good for them.
Yeah,
like,
but
progressive wise,
right. But from their track perspective,
yeah,
it might have been the worst Olympics.
Track is their bread and butter,
bro. They got knocked out of the Olympic relay today, the 4x100 meter relay this morning.
I watched it.
Finishing 4th place in their heat. You know, all the fastest losers came from another heat. 6th place got through another heat.
I've even watched the relays yet because I was at work.
Mate, the changeovers will piss you off when you see them.
But this is the thing.
And relay is my favorite thing about the Olympics as well.
But do you know what? It's not the same anymore. You know.
No, I just like the technical aspect of getting that baton round the field, round the track. Sorry.
What do you prefer?
Because people think it's easy, but it's not easy at all.
No, of course not, because you got the takeoff zone, the changeover zone. You manage sprint in the call of hand, the hand you want it in. You know, some people don't like the baton in a certain hand, so they're switching it.
Some people don't like running on one side of the track as well.
Yeah, there's so many.
It's so technical.
Yeah,
that's one side of the track. Shit.
It's true,
bro.
You
know? No, I hear it.
Because you'll be hugging one side, then the other one's coming on the other side. But sometimes you don't even want to run on that side. You want to run on the other side, and depending on which leg you're on, will just depend on like, are you a good bend runner? Like, are you good down the back straight? Because the back straight is always the longest part of the relay as well.
Yeah, I used to run the 2. The second leg is the best leg in the world.
I used to run the third leg.
Like, you're a bend runner.
Yeah, bro. I'm Marlon Devonish, bro. Only the real ones know how good of a bend runner he was.
In my old sprinting days when I was representing my form in year 7 or year 8, done the relay. I think I done the second leg. I said, I thought I was quick. Yeah, there's man in my school that are quicker still. That's when I realized. That's when I realized everyone. You know when you're like one of the best. When you're one of the best at sports when you're young across all sports in general, then as you grow up, you start to realize, right, there's actually other people in my school that can do other stuff.
Yeah, the gap closes a little bit.
Was one of them. I just said, the track thing,
You know, it's around like year 9. Around year 9, that's when you notice who's gonna be elite or who's not gonna. You get what I mean? It's around that stage because you can see what people are really, really good at. Because you know, year 7 you're growing, year 8 you're still growing, year 9 you're kind of coming into your body, and you can see the patterns there of who's going one way and who needs to focus on school. No offense.
Yeah, no, it's true.
But you know.
But yeah, let's get back to Jamaica. Disappointing.
Yeah. Very, very big time. I think just in general for them across track has just been. Obviously, on the women's side, it was more so them pulling out. And then on the men's side, they've just not been competitive enough, as silly as it sounds. Because like you said, Jacob, like their heat wasn't that, and you could see Kashane was coming back, but it was just too late.
Yeah.
It was too late. So yeah, it just looked like they hadn't trained. And it was funny because I was listening to, I think in the American
There was no chemistry with them.
Yeah, and the American Heat, the Eurosport commentator was talking about how it might have been during the women's one, so it might have been that one, but how they've got a specific coach for the relay now. For women's, they've had that for years now, and then the men's have started to adopt it. So they actually have relay meets, which I didn't know. Whereas, like, I don't think they used to focus.
They've been having that.
No, but I don't think the US used to focus on relay meets as much, like for the team to actually meet up for the relays. It was during the women's actually, because I remember seeing Gabby and Shikari. Whereas like now it's a big focus for them to actually meet up just for relay training.
Do you know why though, bro? Because it is an opportunity to win an Olympic medal. Like you can't downplay that in any aspect. I don't care what you win an Olympic gold medal, silver medal, bronze medal in. It's an opportunity to win an Olympic medal. Like you don't want to go and mess that up when you know you should win, or you know there's a possibility of winning that if you just get the baton around. Damn right you go in training. Damn right you should have a coach for that specific thing. Because as you can see, Jamaica realistically should be leaving here with all the Jamaica on the track should be leaving with some form of medal, gold, silver, bronze. Yeah, they currently got 1 silver on the track.
Yeah.
And like they did 110 meter hurdles. They might have.
Oh yeah, they got bronze in that one.
Yeah. So
it looked like he got silver, but yeah, he got bronze.
Yeah, but they currently have 1 silver, like Shane Thompson. Whereas we're used to seeing them dominate, especially in the sprints. But then I'm now seeing a lot of Jamaicans in long distance. I'm seeing Jamaicans in 1500.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, okay, is it a transition? Is it a phase where they're changing, or is it just the talent's not coming through at the rate that we thought it was going to?
I think it's a bit of both, because knowing what I know now, a lot of them train in America. And I think there isn't a lot of Jamaicans that actually train in Jamaica. Like a lot of the ones that do like the other distances now, they're from like the collegiate system in America. So, but even though they are Jamaican, but they just train in America, go uni in America. So that's why they're always like kind of close to the Americans in terms of, well, in terms of like the longer distances when they're running.
Right.
That's why they're good, because the quality there is, they've stepped up.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Jamaicans have always, the ones that have always trained in their country have always been dominant.
Have been the fastest.
Do you get what I mean? Usain Bolt never left. Asafa Powell never left. Shelley's never left. Sharika never left. Do you get what I mean? Like they've never gone.
Elaine Thompson either, innit?
Never, like they've never left. They might have changed coaches within the country.
Still there now, bro.
That's it. They've never left who they started off with. Whereas I understand maybe if you're doing long distance, you might want to leave, because I don't know if there's any long distance coaches like that in, they train for sprints.
Yeah. Sprints only.
If you're doing long distance, it might make sense, but then you lose that rivalry factor. You get what I mean? You're friends with them. You're too frenzy. You get what I mean? Like that in track and field, sprinting, you know what it is. The rivalry is USA versus Jamaica. GB, we sometimes sprinkle ourselves in there with the 1-2 thing. Not often, but every 30 years. So,
but even with the Jamaicans, like you see historically, men's and women's, the rivalry internally as well. Like the men's side, the men's side, it was a bit more, I'd say a bit more friendly, because I don't think Bolt or any of his opponents actually fell out with him. Whereas like in the sprint series, you see, I think Shelly Ann and Elaine were both under the same coach, and then they both Shelly Ann left first, then Elaine left after.
I'll tell you why though.
They stopped speaking and stuff like that. So
when your opponent, your opposition is so far ahead of you, you're doing everything you can, but you still can't catch him. There's no reason to fall out of him. Because at the end of the day, you kind of subconsciously, you know your place.
Yeah.
But when both people are fighting for top dog like Shelly Ann and Elaine, the tension is higher than ever.
Yeah, I think it showed more with Elaine as well in the series because even once Shelly
She
Ann
left.
left, Elaine left after because Elaine felt like she wasn't getting enough focus because obviously the coach spreads the same, I think, amount of like availability across all the athletes, regardless of who's the best or not. And she felt because she was like number one at that time or etc., it should have been her. And then yeah,
but what she's done after that has proven to her that she should have stayed because she hasn't done anything after that. So
more or less,
where is he spreading the wealth or spreading the love around everyone as it should be? He didn't focus on you when you were winning all them gold medals. So actually focus on you personally all just now. Do you get what I mean? If it worked,
no. I was kind of thinking the same thing because I was like, now Sharika Jackson's reaping the benefits. Obviously, she couldn't compete this Olympics, but it looks like she's reaping the benefits from their previous coaches, from them not leaving, and her just staying, not even humble because I won't even use that word, but her staying on the same, like, yeah. Whereas, like, obviously, who knows? She might say, "I want more focus. I'm your number one," etc. Blah blah blah. Or maybe she's watched what both Shelley and Elaine have done, which they've done great, but the paths that they eventually took and just said, you know what, let me stay with them, not stay with the coaches. I forgot their name. The
MVP.
Oh, MVP.
Yeah. So yeah, no, we'll see. Hopefully world champs next year. Is it next year? Yeah. 25, 27. Yeah, hopefully world champs next year. And even before the world champs, we can actually see Kashane running heats because, like we said, I'd never seen him run any other race outside the Olympics apart from when he ran his PB in Jamaica, and that's just because it went mad on socials. And then, like we said, we can maybe see Oblique Seville run, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I want to see the Jamaicans really get on the circuit, as in like, I feel like this is their coming out party. Obviously, they didn't come out to the party as they wanted to, but I really want to see them run the circuit for the year and then see what they can actually produce. So consistent races against the best athletes in the world, so they can understand the race. So, you know, if Kashane had run races, I think we said this the other day, but if Kashane had run races against these athletes in the past, that tightening up in that final doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Because he's used to the competitiveness. He ain't seen no one next to him.
Yeah. He might run a PB.
Exactly.
Do you know why I could be worried for him?
Okay.
Go on.
This is a long shot, so take you with a pinch of salt in it. If he continues like this, let's say he runs another race in a final and he tenses up again. He runs another race in the final, tenses up again. Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
What, Asafa Powell?
Yes. Capable of world records, but like in that moment, just tenses up.
But wouldn't you say he's done more than what Asafa's done already? Because, you know, Asafa used to tense up and finish fourth. Kashane's actually in the running for a medal all the time. Well, he has his first.
But Asafa's won medals as well, though.
That's I know, but Asafa was always the world record holder going into it. So we're thinking, okay, bro, you should run a PB or you should win this race easy. And then it come to it, and he's finishing fourth. He's finishing third and fourth. Whereas Kashane has ran the first race, and it's just super tight. He's tightened up, and it's super tight at the end of the race. But I don't feel like. I think he'll learn from this. Hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I want him to anyway. If he doesn't,
good. Just looking, Asafa's individual medals in 100 meters were both bronzes, 2007 Osaka and 2009 Berlin. So, like you said, Jacob, Kashane's already won up to getting silver.
This is the thing.
Our difference is on the flip side.
Arguably, when he could have got gold.
Yeah, Asafa Powell was just breaking world records.
Asafa Powell wasn't going to get gold if Bolt was racing.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Like, Asafa Powell's got a legacy to him. Do you know what I mean? Even though he end up being disappointed in the major finals, he's got that legacy of you're coming home from school or college or whatever. And you've seen that evening you're eating your dinner and breaking news that Asafa Powell's broken the world record. Like, do you know what I mean?
And he'll break it at a random meet as well.
I told you
Always.
in Tallinn in Estonia, bro. He's breaking the world record, bro.
No one's running, just him.
Just him,
for
man.
some randos.
Yeah, nah, man.
Where?
It's been a good Olympic Games, and we've got a few more days left of the athletic side of it. Anyway, we got some big races still to come with the 400-meter women's final, which is literally in the air. Adeleke, you got Paulina, you got one of the you got one of the Bahrainian girl.
I think she's of Nigerian descent, but yeah,
she
I
missed.
was reading
She missed the
today,
one. Yeah, who the Adeleke?
No, the Bahrainian.
Bahrainian. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I briefly saw it today.
Okay, nice. But yeah, we got
she got entered in there still.
Yeah, we got some good 400s left. We got some good races, man. Good finals. Triple jump final tomorrow. So what people in this house will be happy about that. So
I missed the results from the women's long jump final. I started watching briefly, but then everything took up.
American girl. American kind of cleaned up.
Do you know which? Because I know one of them, she got bronze in triple jump a couple of days ago. I think like 5-6 days ago. And then she ran long jump as well. I forgot her name though.
Yeah, no, to be fair, the Americans have had a good few days. So I'll give it to them. They've had a great few days. They've had a great few days in the
I think that was it, Jasmine Moore.
So
she done both. And she got bronze again tonight, just seen on her on her post. So yeah, 2 bronze, triple jump and long jump.
Been a good Olympics for her.
Yeah.
Been a good Olympics. USA versus France in the basketball final will be a game for the ages because of crowd.
Oh, so USA won, yeah?
Yes,
yeah, they came back and won.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be a game for the ages just because of the crowd. And I don't know, I might be wrong in saying you guys correct me. Obviously the crowd, they're using like football stadiums and stuff like that. And I don't think any of these players that are in the basketball players from the NBA have played in front of fans and crowds like this before. Do you get what I mean? Because the stadiums, basketball arenas aren't this big. And
is it stadium? Are they using football? I don't think they're using.
There were 27,000 people in the one. So I was thinking they were using that as a football stadium, or they did something. They did a mad indoor thing.
Yeah.
But I think like they're moving stadiums and stuff like that just for these specific games.
Right.
Do you get what I mean? So yeah, that's going to be a final. We'll obviously speak on that when it comes. Obviously, the USA beat Nigeria. The USA women beat Nigeria today as well.
Shout out Nigeria though.
Yeah,
that's the one part of Nigeria that should be proud. The women's basketball team.
Yep. They submitted every name for that.
No funding as well,
Yeah, and
that's a fat place,
They've overachieved in that sense. So, the gold medal match, France USA, apparently is Saturday at 8:30.
Yeah, that should be a good one because that's the last.
Yes.
Oh, that should be a real good one. That's the same time as the Olympics. The relays, I think.
Right.
I need to allow it.
Yeah. Hey, Embiid is gonna get booed like crazy because he's been getting booed in every game in general. Against France, boy. To be fair, I actually thought Germany was going to win that game. Huh?
What a time to change allegiance, man.
Yeah.
So he did it for his son and all that.
Yeah, it's true.
But to be fair, it would have been mad. And him, Wemby, and Rudy Gobert.
Speaking of Rudy, he got benched.
Yeah.
Is he the first ever NBA player to get benched for a team that's not the USA?
I won't be surprised. It's just another thing to add.
Maybe.
It's another thing for Draymond Green to clown him on.
Yeah. But he's in the final. Look how close the game was today. You never know.
In your home Olympic as well, so. But
in a crowd that the Americans won't be used to as well.
No.
Because that noise is going to be different.
Yeah, but I think because they've got enough stars that have played in Game 7, like NBA finals like that, I think split between the team, they've got about 15 NBA titles. So
How many of them
Yeah.
are? Wait.
How many of them are world champion though?
No, but there's literally three of those that belong to most of those belong to 3 players.
So you got Steph with 4, LeBron with 4, KD with 2, so that's 10. Tatum, Holiday, Tatum,
2 for Holiday, 1
Holiday
for Tatum.
got 2, and Derek White 1. So that's 14. And then I think that might be it.
Include the coaching staff. Steve Kerr.
Yeah. Eric Spoelstra. Ty Lue.
Yeah, include all of them.
So Kerr got 4. Spoelstra got 2. Ty Lue got 1. Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard left as well. So Kawhi Leonard counts. That's what you know.
No, but his 2 was Derek got 1 of Derek White. So do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I remember it was 15 when Kawhi was there. So yeah, 14, yeah. Whereas France, they just got home crowd and
Wemby.
The agent that is Wemby. Yeah. So, but I did think Germany was going to win that game just from the way the Wagner brothers were playing and Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder plays like one of the best NBA point guards when it comes to playing for Germany. So,
but so does Gortat.
Yeah, that try at the end to let him down.
So does Gortat for France.
Yeah,
like them man, the passion they have
different as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's going to be interesting. We'll see if USA exerted too much energy, even though they've got a world-class squad in their comeback tonight. But if Jokic won that game, boy, oh boy, that would have added to his overall resume.
Woo. If he won that game, there's no talking about USA basketball is the best anymore. The conversation would have been done.
It's not even that. It would have just put Jokic's name even higher in NBA standard because you can actually include that. In NBA talk for his legacy, bro. Like the USA players don't really benefit from the Olympics because they've easily got the best squad. But say if Jokic, Giannis, Luka, and all them man are to overachieve, then where?
No, it's true. It is true.
Final couple days left of track. Some interesting fun races to come. Like Deji said, these relays that are his favorite, and a few more
400-meter hurdles. Men
400-meter hurdles. Yep. Did you say men's triple jump left to come as well?
Yeah, men's triple jump final.
Fantastic.
There's not really anyone, pushing the boat out there, but those ones are always better because you never know who's going to win the event.
I'm looking forward to the women's heptathlon day 2 tomorrow because day 1 was I enjoyed that today. I think Katarina Johnson-Thompson is leading just about.
Yeah, she's in a good place. She got frozen tomorrow, though. That's where her weak point is. But hopefully she stays strong. And I know she's been practicing in a lot of those areas from what they've been saying. So hopefully she comes out with, you know what? It's hers to lose at this point. When you go ahead in day 1, just
but I think it's like a mad minimal point. I need to check it out because
it's probably small. But I feel like, you know what? When Jessica Ennis left, KJT was the person to come and take the reign. And I feel like she didn't do it at the start, but she's coming into her own now. You get what I mean? And she had the mad Achilles injury for the last championships. So I feel like this one, she's fit, healthy, and she's ready to go. She's even obviously been, and she's good. She's a good all round. She's good all round.
She's got 2 world champs. So.
This is the thing. Who's second place? Is it the TM?
Yes. So TM is 48 points behind KJT, so it's tight. And Hall is even 99 points behind KJT.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
It is tight.
Okay. Well, hopefully.
Let's see what comes of it.
Yes, most definitely.
Cool. I guess
let's wrap it up.
Let's not wrap it up yet. We haven't done Song of the Week this week. And for all the new viewers out on the live stream, we have a segment called Song of the Week. So
that's true.
I feel like we should do Song of the Week live.
That's true.
Live Song of the Week. I mean,
we should do Song of the Week live. So whoever wants to start with their Song of the Week, we can do that if you got them.
I'll go first. Very new song. Ashake, Travis Scott, Active. Came out yesterday or 2 days ago. So
I see a lot of posts for that. Was there a video that come out of it?
Not sure. I rarely watch music videos. That's one of my not downfalls, but yeah, I do not watch music videos. But shout out Vibes Cartel because I've been listening to Vibes all last week since his news come out. So it would have been Vibes.
His
It
news
should
come
have
out
been
since
Vibes.
he come out.
Since Vibes come out, it should have been
Mm.
Vibes. But I've just been running best of Vibes Cartel for the last week. Literally. Day, night, anywhere I'm driving, Vibes. But
Vibes.
then, yeah, Ashaka Travis Scott's the first thing that popped to mind because I didn't have a Vibes #1 song, but there's too many because you know
You
the
can't choose one.
whereabouts too much. I'm
Deji,
not
what
gonna
me or
say
you?
too much.
You go.
Okay, my song of the week this week is from D'Angelo, one of the greatest singers. I had two from him, but I'm gonna go "Me and Those Dreaming Eyes of Mine" off of the album Brown Sugar. And yeah, special song. It's more the ad libs on that song. I'll be honest. R&B ain't the same today. We ain't got ad libs, so that's one of the ones for me. That's my song of the week.
Cool. That's what you got for us.
Cool. Well, Kid featuring Arya Star
Okay.
to Sugar.
Yeah.
People went like this. Yeah. He knew what it was.
I knew when he said Arya Star who it had to be. Two Sugar was the only one that he's going for.
Yeah, no, that's a sweet tune still.
Yeah, that's
a sweet
tune.
tune. All right, cool. So me, Ashaka Travis Scott, Active, Jacob,
D'Angelo, Me and Those Chasing Eyes of Mine,
and Dej.
Wizkid, Arya Star to Sugar.
Fantastic. This will get added onto the playlist, which is called, I always forget the name.
Escaping the Noise.
Escaping the Black Cloud Noise. There we go, people. And yes, we shall post Escaping the Noise on our Insta story for you guys. I might tweet it, who knows. But I guess we can wrap up, even though I have frozen again and I can see on my screen that my eyes moving mad. And I
It's all right. We'll wrap it up then. We will wrap it up. So
cool. Well, as Dej, let's say,
tell a friend to tell a friend.
And Jacob,
like and subscribe.
Get me. Thank you all for tuning into our live stream. Obviously, you can't see my facial expression right now because I'm frozen, but I'm ecstatic that we've started this, and long may it continue in every single format that we give you guys and want to deliver through a different lens as I look through the lens of my camera. Peace. Joe, signing out.
Dej, signing out.
Jacob, signing out. Peace.